So I am so incredibly stoked for this call because if y'all don't already know, I love Miss Mandie. Like, I just love her fire. I love her passion. I love her purpose. I love that she 100% is just herself. And y'all know, like, that is totally my jam. So being the extrovert that I was, Deidre actually invited me to her elite like the thing that we had on the cruise ship. And I just legitimately saw her and was like, hi, I like you, and just implanted myself into her life and was just like, okay. And then followed up with like, sent her that whole message. I was like, hi, so could you like please do a team call? And she was like, absolutely. And I was like, I remember messaging Deidre being like, she said yes. She told us yes, she's doing a team call. So I was super, super stoked. And then I had spoke on her call last night. Y'all, her team is the cutest. Like, they remind me so much of us, which makes me like be like, oh my gosh, we're doing the things. So without further ado, if you guys do not know who Mandie Kaii is, like, girlfriend is legit. She's the bomb. Right now, she's been coaching for 2.5 years. She is a 15-star diamond. She was a 2018 Premier Coach, 2019 Elite Coach, and she's currently number 6 in the entire company. And of course, girlfriend's an SC10 legend. I will tell you, I did not know any of those stats. And you guys know, I do not pick people based on their rank or who they are, all the things. I base our calls on like, who the F do I want to level up with? And she is definitely that girl. So I will not take any more of your time, Mandie. I am so excited to just hear your fire and your passion that you have to bring. And also I want to tell you, these are our working coaches. So we all know we've got teams and stuff, but these are our girls who are hustling, doing the thing. So girlfriend, you go right ahead and take away.
So pretty much to start, you guys are my people since you're working coaches. Like, you ain't messing around here. I love it. I love it. Because when I'm talking to people that like don't give any shits, I'm like, why am I here? Like, honestly, why am I here? What am I doing right now? So first of all, you guys, I love Kyra. I love everything about her. I think that I should be her or something. But I'm really excited to talk to you guys, mostly because if you guys are on a team with a spirit like that, you guys are good humans already. Like, you guys win. But most of all, like, it's weird to even, like Kyra was saying, it's weird to even hear those stats because that's not what I think about when I think about coaching. That's not what I think about when I think about this business and all. But most of all, like, it's weird to me that I even do this still because of like my story. So before I hop into like what I'm going to talk to you guys about today, I want to tell you guys my story because I think that's huge. Like, I think that people think that their magical unicorn just pop in here and all of a sudden they just sign up all these coaches and then diamonds pop magically out of their ass. Like, it doesn't happen that way. I wish it did. I really wish it did. But that would make my life a lot easier. But anyways, so I was a college athlete. I worked in the corporate world. I've always had a really competitive nature about me, but I've also had a very, very I'm going to be great at everything type of nature also, which literally could be the best thing, but also could bite me in the ass at the same time. Because when I got into this and I wasn't great, I was like, nope, it's broken. This thing, I don't know what it is, but it's totally broken because I wasn't good. And it hurt my feelings. It hurt my ego. I hated my life, you know? And so when I initially got started in this, I was working in the corporate world and I was in corporate marketing. And so my freedom was stripped. My like creative freedom was stripped entirely and thrown out the window. And they pretty much told me, here's a corporate image, go do this and work 60 hours a week and have all of your energy, time and stuff. And remember, you since you live in California, you have to commute for an hour and a half each way too. So add that to my life. It was a really good time. So I was 24 at the time when I got started. And I remember I was one of those girls that was scrolling on Instagram, comparing my life to everyone else. It was really, really fun. 2:00 in the morning, I saw my coach is Angie Belmar, and she posted this thing about coaching. And I was like, I don't know what she's smoking, but I want some of it. And so I ended up signing up right away. Like, I was like, give me whatever you have. Like, I want some of it. And so I signed up right away. Never did a Beachbody program other than like Insanity back in the day, you know, where you like do Insanity without an accountability group and you hate Sean T because he's the worst. And then you love him, but then you have a crush on him and it's weird. And like, and I like girls and I had a crush on him. So anyways, so I had this relationship with Beachbody. And so when I initially signed up as a Beachbody coach, I was like, what did I just get myself into? I was like, I don't like at-home workouts. I was a college athlete. Again, my ego was a big thing in this. I'm a college athlete. I played professionally in Switzerland. I don't need Beachbody. I don't need accountability. I don't need support. I've got my stuff together, you know? As I was 25 pounds heavier than I am, of course, the ego. And I continued to tell myself that I didn't need Beachbody until I did my first program. And I lost 12 pounds, and I was like, oh, okay, Autumn actually knows what she's talking about. And so I remember the first time that I lost those 12 pounds, and I was like, whoa, Beachbody. Okay, I'll give you some credit here. And so I remember just like literally posting and stuff. And then, but I never wanted to be a Beachbody coach full time. I never wanted to do this. I never really wanted to like lean into this. I never wanted it to be a business opportunity. I honestly just wanted friends, because when you're 24 working in the corporate world with like 60-year-olds, you need some women in your life. And so I got into this thinking like I was just going to have a bunch of friends. And then it got hard. It got hard to sign up people. It got hard because I was just doing it because, you know, and I was just showing up because other people told me to show up. I was hitting Success Club 6 to 10. And then I was just doing the vital behaviors very mediocrely. I was posting on social media. I was a very, very consistent coach because perfectionist me was not going to allow myself not to be, but I lacked everything else. When it came to purpose, when it came to impact, when it came to passion, when it came to reasoning, when it came to my why, when it came to everything that actually matters in this business, it was all like out the door in a box because I didn't want to look at it. And I just wanted to do things and like find success. And it was hard. It was really hard. And I got to a point in my business, it was about almost, I guess, like 8-ish months where I was like, I reached out to Angie. So I was like, Angie, I'm not doing this. We're not doing this. This is not fun for anybody. It's not fun for you watching me only hit Success Club thinking that I'm going to be a diamond coach when I ain't going to be a diamond coach, honey. And all of these things, like, and I would talk to her like this, big, that's just not for me. And I was that coach, hearing myself even say these things, thinking that like I am and I don't mean to my own horn, but the youngest 15-star diamond coach to ever be in Beachbody. What was I thinking? You know, like what was I thinking? I want to like slap myself. But it really came down to the first time I ever met Beachbody coaches in person. I went to a retreat. They invited me when I was an inactive coach because they had hope in me. And it was the first time that people told me that they believed in me instead of just Beachbody. And I was like, wait, you guys want me to come to this retreat? You want to like spoil me? You want to treat me like I'm somebody that you care about? Why? You know, why do you want to do that? And I remember getting there being like, I do not deserve to be here. I'm not supposed to be here. These girls are all unicorns. I don't look like her. I'm not as fit as her. And it was this constant comparison game. And I remember walking in there being like, this sucks. I suck. We all suck. Like, and then that was my mindset. Like, obviously I wasn't on personal development because I sucked. And I just needed some different mentality. I needed a different mindset. I walked in that door thinking everyone would stare at me, thinking everyone was going to judge me, thinking everyone was going to be like, why is she here? Because I know I didn't deserve to be here. So I thought that they were going to think I didn't deserve to be here. So I walk into the door and they open their arms wide open, being like, Mandie Kaii, so excited to see you. We love you. Your voice matters and all of these things. And I was like, literally like teary-eyed for the first time in this business ever. And I was like, oh, these are good people. These aren't the people that I thought that they were going to be on social media. These aren't the people that I thought were judging me. These aren't the people that literally are going to compete with like me to be Angie's top coach, you know. These are the people that want to support me. These are the people that believe in me before I believed in myself. And these are the people that I want to be around, because I remember I just took sick days to be here at this retreat from my corporate job. And I was like, so I just took sick days at the corporate job that I hate. And they were telling me that I needed to eat donuts the day before I left because I was thinking about fitness. And so these are the relationships that I was having, you know, at home in my corporate job, as then I go to this retreat where people are saying, Mandie, you are worthy. And I was mind blown. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard Kim Carver speak, but he spoke at our retreat, literally tears running down. I was a mess. Like, I'm not a crier, but I was a mess. And I couldn't even say anything. And he like went around the circle to talk about our stories and stuff. And I literally sat there. I was like, thank you. And the next person went. And I was like, that's all I got, because I'm just like, my life just changed in this moment. I can feel it. And I could feel it because I finally allowed myself to be worthy. I finally allowed myself to be enough for the people that I would kept judging myself around, you know? And it was crazy because that was the only month in my entire business that I didn't hit Success Club being there. And I was like disgusted with myself because, you know, perfection is me. And I remember leaving the retreat being like, why did I waste 8 months of this business thinking that I wasn't good enough, thinking that these people were judging me, thinking that all of these things, when really they were rooting me on more than I was rooting myself on. And that turned on 2 things for me. 1, that I needed to always be that voice for other people. And 2, that I am like so worthy that it doesn't even matter what the hell I'm telling myself right now. So it was 2 things, those 2 things that transformed my business. I went home, it was July-ish. June. And then July I went diamond. August I went 1 star. September I went 2 star. End of the year premiere. And it was just like that. And it wasn't necessarily because I all of a sudden became a butterfly, but I decided that I was done being mediocre. I was done half-assing things. I was done doing the vital behaviors without purpose or intent, rather. And I was done doing all those things because either I'm going to do this or I'm not. And I don't know about you guys, but I wasted too much of my time. I wasted too much of my audience's time, and I wasted a precious gift that I had to offer others because I was scared and told myself things that didn't really not only matter in my life, but weren't true about myself. And I kept telling myself those things. And so we ended the year premiere, which is wild, 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 wild. End of the year premiere. And it's so funny because my girlfriend, Danae, she didn't want to work the business. She was like, hell no, Beachbody sucks, you know? And she was like, I'm going to get a personal trainer. She spent $2,000 on a personal trainer. I watched this happen. I'm like, you are dumb. But I watched this transpire and I was like, why am I so scared to tell her how much she needs this? You know, why am I so intimidated by the fact that she can go pay $2,000 for somebody to go train her in person while I'm over here selling Beachbody programs when you got freaking 75 programs of goodness for $160, you know? Like, first of all, why am I doing that? Second of all, why would I allow that to happen? Third of all, I'm worthy enough to tell her that this is what she needs. And so Danae got into the business with me, long story short. But most of all of this transpired is because we had utter belief that we were meant to be here for a reason. We were meant to be here because we saw how the Beachbody programs transformed us physically. I understood personal development was necessary. And I understood how much my mindset was going to dictate my quality of life. And that right there was the biggest transformation that I could ever have, not only in this business, but in life in general. Like being 26 years old, being able to work at home with my girlfriend and making 3 times the amount that I ever would, you know, like it is insane. And that's not even what drives me in this business. It's the fact that I can get on calls like this. And if you guys are even doubting yourself for a second, and I could be the one to say, don't, like, knock it off, sister. Knock it off. Like, you're giving yourself too much credit to be that special not to freaking make this work. You know? Like, honestly, if you do the work, if you show up, if you are excited, if you are literally here for a reason, and you guys, the biggest thing is that, like, I hear this, I hear this all the time. Well, Mandie, I just signed up because I want to help people. Honey, honey, you want to help people? Go make a fucking difference. Go make a difference. Like, if you want to honestly help people, be vulnerable, be resilient, be honest, be authentic, be fucking courageous. And that is the biggest thing is if you are courageous, you are not just courageous for yourself, you're courageous for the people that are watching you. You're courageous for your kids, for your spouse, for your family, for the people that signed up with you already that said, I mean, I see you doing this, but I don't know, you know? And the biggest thing for me to go 15 star so fast wasn't because I wanted to be 15 star, because I wanted to prove to my team that you can fucking do it. Like that was all. And I got on a call with them and I said, do you guys want to be the youngest team to go 15 star or what? Like, or what, you know? And they're like, we want to make history. We want to like be a part of this. We want to do all these things. And I'm like, it's not necessarily me proving Beachbody corporate wrong. It's you guys proving us right. This team proving us right that we can do this together. And I think that space, to get in that space of having the courage to say we can and we will, and there's a way, is how you become elated about this freaking opportunity. And you're so overzealous that this is the solution. You know, we get so caught up in the fact that, oh, well, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want them to feel this way. Well, what if they could feel fucking awesome because of you? You know, like, you know what? If you're going to be shy and if you're going to sit back waiting for things to sparkle and happen, they're not going to feel anyway. So either you're going to make them feel awesome or you're going to make them feel like they're already feeling. You know, you have two options. You're going to either be an impact or you're going to be a fly on the wall. You're going to either change their life or you're just going to be another person that they scroll past. And so you have an option. And you guys, what blows me away the most, I'm getting really heated over here. What blows me away the most is the fact that you sign somebody up. And trust me, I did this, and that's why I'm so mad at myself, and I could literally kick myself in the face for it. You sign somebody up, and you're like, oh, all of these dreams, all these aspirations, we're going to get freedom, we're going to go on that Success Club trip, we're going to be 5-star, we're going to go elite, we're going to do all the things, and then all of a sudden you get if shit gets a little tough, and you go, oh, well, that's maybe a pipe dream, you know? You just promised the world to these people that you signed up, and then you're going to be mediocre because why? You know? And I see it all the time, and I get devastated. If you're going to promise people something, be a decent enough human to at least level up to that. Or don't promise them, you know? And I know that sounds a little harsh, but in reality, are you going to be a good human, or are you going to be that car salesman that says, I'm going to promise you the world and your fucking car's not going to run? You know? Like, you have an option. And so how do you actually get your team to work? How do you actually get people on board? How do you actually have them to move and groove and get excited like you are? One, you drive the fucking train. You drive the train and you drive it fast and you don't get off. And if you get off, the train's gonna damn crash and explode and fall off the cliff. So you're gonna drive that damn train and you're gonna drive it so fast, so hard, so excited with every horn tooting and whatever you need to do to get loud and proud of what we do. And you're going to be so overexcited every single day. And the biggest tip that I can give you guys to be this way is your business needs to go like this. It doesn't need to go like this. If you start tying reactions, no's, maybes, people falling off, quitting, whatever with your emotions, your business will crumble. Do you guys know why? And I don't mean to be sexist at all. And if you guys think that I'm going that way, you guys, I'm a lesbian, and so get off me. So if you, like, do you know why there's so many men in the corporate world? Do you know why so many men take over the corporate world and they are so freaking straight and narrow about business? Because they grab their emotions, they crumble it up and throw it away. They don't care. And so if we can start being women of power, or men of power if there's men on here, if you can start being somebody of power that is so excited, but you treat your business like a damn business just like freaking Steve Jobs did when everyone told him he was a jackass, then you will be successful. And I don't give two shits what you're going through. I don't care. And you guys, I have gone through the fucking ringer. Let me just bring some reality to you guys. If you guys know my story at all, I'm sorry. But let me just tell you. So I was living in Alabama with my girlfriend, and we were in a community of people that said that we needed to go to hell because we were gay. This is as we were going from 7-star to 15-star, by the way. And so people are constantly telling us that we need to do all these things, that we need to go find Jesus, and granted, I love my God that loves every freaking one of his children. I'm just going to say that. So this person was telling us that we need to go pray the gay away, do all these things, blah, blah, blah. And all the shit was hitting the fan, and all of these things were just going crazy. And there was constantly people nagging on us. There was even a person at Whole Foods like grabbed his arm around me and asked me if I was a big lesbian and what was questioning me and stuff. And so I was living in a place where people constantly not only questioned my integrity, but questioned my place as a child of God every single day. And you're going to tell me that I'm going to go sit in a corner and sulk about that and be pissed off that the world is being bad to me or evil to me, or I have an option to go on social media and create positive change. So you get to choose, right? And I'm not saying that that is happening in your life, and there might be something where you need to be with your family. I'm not discrediting that. But the things that you cannot control, like jackasses that don't have a loving God, you know, like I can't control them. I can feel shitty because they're treating me like that, but that doesn't give me the right to take this opportunity away from the people that need it, you know? It doesn't give me the right to not show up for the team that I already have. It doesn't give me the right to break promises because I'm a business owner. I'm somebody that showed up to this business saying, I will run this with you, for you, and in front of you, and always behind you when you need it. I'm that person. So the day that you decide, my life is too hard, close up shop. If you are not tough enough to literally get on board to your business every single day, close up shop, because you're not made for this. I'm going to be tough. I'm going to be real raw, but I'm going to be honest. The people that make it in this business and the people that want to be led by somebody like myself or Kyra or Deidre, anybody that is here really overexcited about this opportunity. You guys, can you imagine Melanie Mitro, her son breaking his arm and be like, you guys, no, never mind. I'll be back next week, you know? Like, she would never do it. She would never do it. She would be like, okay, honey, Mike, you need to go to the hospital. You know, she would be on it like that. Like and if you guys know Melanie Mitro, if it doesn't fit in her schedule, she's not going to do it, you know? But the reason I say this is because life is going to continue to happen. Life is going to continue to happen. And even though you have the freedom to close up shop and close your book and not show up to your business, doesn't mean you should. And for all of the people that need you right now, need you today, need you tomorrow, need you next week, you owe it to them because that's what you signed up for. And with all of those things, you signed up as a Team Beachbody coach because you wanted to use this gift to pay it forward in a positive light. You didn't sign up, and I know if you're on this team, you did not sign up to get a pretty paycheck because this shit is easy, because it's not. It's not easy. It's never gonna be easy. I promise I'm a 15 motherfucking star diamond coach and it's not easy still. Like, it's never gonna get easy, you guys. There's ebbs and flows in this business. It's gonna slap you in the face. It's gonna grab you by the legs and you're gonna get up and go after it again. And you're going to continue to do that because that's what you signed up for. You guys, I love this business, but I also hate it. I absolutely hate it sometimes. I have cry sessions. I break down. I throw things sometimes. Okay, no, I don't throw things. Occasionally a book. Okay, fine. But I get upset, you know? But I have 20 seconds to do that. I give myself 20 seconds. If somebody, for instance, you guys, this is a perfect example. Last night, I was having this conversation with this girl that was in my information session. We were having a conversation literally for 18 freaking email things, like 18 emails back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I was at my parents' house trying to get her signed up as they were leaving out of town. I still got to work, right? I still got to sign this girl up. Having this conversation, she ends it with, hey, just wanted to understand if I sign up with you, I also get access to Danae, because myself and my girlfriend, we were on the team together. I said, yeah, absolutely, like blah, blah. And then comes back in the email, great, I just signed up with Danae. What? How shitty does that feel? Not only that, and guess what? I went, hey, Danae, did this girl just sign up with you? She goes, oh, I haven't talked to her. So she took all of my time, all of my energy, all of my resources, and then took my girlfriend too. I was like, what? What is that? You know? And I could be pissed. And I was pissed because, like, it feels personal, right? That honestly, if anything could feel personal, it's that one. But it feels personal. So what do you do when it feels personal? You say, so what? Who cares? Who's next? Because I can get wound up in the idea that she didn't sign up with me, or we can go sell 5 more challenge packs that people actually need. I have the option. And so to get your coaches on board with this attitude, to get your coaches to understand that they have to level up too, is you always keeping your promises not only to yourself, but to this business. Always. You riding the train like it is literally your lifeline, or you will die if you stop that train. Like, because your business it will suffer. And trust me, I know, because I've done it. I've been that coach that has literally allowed like emotions to get the best of me. I'm a very emotional person when it comes to the ebbs and flow of life. But what I've learned throughout this business is you can look at it as, I need to think about income producing activities, but those income producing activities led with passion, led with purpose, leading with reason, leading with why you did this, and doing that every single day relentlessly. That will find you success, right? And so I know you guys are all active working coaches, but remind yourself, I signed up with Beachbody because I saw something with this opportunity that gave me a reason to say yes. For me, it was the fact that I got to have girlfriends. And I know it sounds so silly, but I wanted a community that supported me. I also loved the fact that I finally had creative freedom. But with freedom comes responsibility. And if you don't level up to that responsibility, that freedom is going to be stripped away from you. And I think that is the most important thing with everything in this business, is that your responsibility is to serve others. Your responsibility is to show up every single day, no matter what is hitting the fan today, because everything always is, you know. There's days where I literally don't want to get out of bed until noon, just because, you know, like I can't really tell you what's going on, but just because. There's other days where I literally feel like I am one of those Energizer buddies and I can't sleep for, 40 hours. And then there's other days where I'm like, I don't want to work out and I want to eat 3 pizzas, you know? But if we continue to allow ourselves, just like in our workouts, if we continue to allow ourselves to do all the things that we want to do, rather than the things that we need to do, nothing in our life is going to be done, right? And I know a lot of you guys are probably listening to me and be like, Mandie, you are on something. Like, whatever you're smoking. No, but it really comes down to, like, you guys, I think about this all the time of like how, what the heck? Oh, that was weird. Sorry, the pop-ups were just happening and I don't know what's happening. Anyways, oh, ABB, that was bad. Anyways, but with all of these things, you guys, I want to give you this. You guys are on this call for a reason. You guys are listening to this for a reason. You guys are trying to find the thing that will stem success for you and those around you. But let me tell you this. The only thing that will ever give you success is to celebrate the success for those under you. And I want you to listen to that. Celebrate the success for those under you. And then ultimately you will be successful. And what I mean by that is, if you get so excited about the success of your clients, that will lead you a good business. You are in customer service. Be good at it, or don't, you know? If you get excited about the people underneath you that are literally fighting for freedom, say you've already obtained $1,000 a month, whatever it may be, but you want them to feel that too. Get excited about that. This business no longer for me is about a 6-figure income. It's about creating that for those underneath me. And I want that so bad for them that I literally forget about all the accolades. Literally when Kyra said, well, what are your accolades? Because I asked her for hers first. And I was like, oh shit, like what are they? You know, like, and that's where you need to get in the business of not worrying about all the fluffy things, because those will come with your fight. But your fight and your passion and all those things need to lead first. And you guys, you're driving the train always. That is kind of all I have. I would love to answer any questions you guys have.
Can you guys freaking even? Like, holy shit balls is what I want to say, number one. Number two, it's just so funny. Like, we are totally God and universe people. I had told you that before, but like, people come into our lives when we need it. I do not think you know how much we needed your call tonight. I think number one is really because like everybody is really fighting for qualifications. Like it's fucking Thursday is when you have to be 5-star qualifying. So a couple of us are kind of like, ugh. So your call literally, like I could sit here and talk for another 30 minutes about all the things that you said that were just like fucking golden nuggets. I think the thing that I wrote down and underlined 27 times was drive the fucking train. That's what I wrote. Because at the end of the day, listen, friends, Deidre has said it a million times. I am fucking doing this with or without you. I would rather do it with you, but sister, if you do not want to drive this crazy train, if you do not like how I am running my business, if you do not like what I am doing, okay, please watch from the sidelines. But I need you to know I fucking want you doing this with me. I want to celebrate these things with you too. So either level up or sit down. So I am really glad that like you said it in different terms, but you said it the same way. Like level up if you want to do this too, but don't sit here and blame me. Like it's on you, friend. So that's really what I have. Does anybody else have any questions for Miss Mandie? Because girlfriends literally got fired. Don't be shy and go ahead and unmute yourselves. I'm like looking to see who all's on. Literally, don't be shy, friend.
I don't have any questions, but holy fuck, thank you. Like, I was like, yes, yes, yes. It's like, yes, you are very much so my people, and I just needed to hear all of that. I mean, I can yell it to myself, and I can yell it to Kyra, and we can yell it at each other, but like, I love you, Kyra, but having someone else come in here and yell it at me, it's like, okay, Kinsey.
Amen.
Absolutely. And I know you guys are like in the qualification. I just want to say something to that. And this goes to everybody in the world, like literally in the world. You are in control of your life, period. No matter if it's in business, no matter if it's in fitness, no matter if it's in your mentality, no matter if it's in your relationship, you are in control. So if people are not leveling up, take control. Take that driver's seat. If you need to literally be the passenger too and the backseat drivers as well, do it. Like literally, if you have a goal, an aspiration, a must in your business, make it happen. And I don't care what that looks like. And I'm not going to tell you to do illegal things over here or anything like that. But I'm just saying, make it happen no matter what, because those are the times that you guys are going to remember that literally like, well, if I could do that, you guys, I can do the next one, you know? And those are the times that you prove yourself right. And those are the most literally, and that's what gives you courage to make bigger goals.
Amen.
I love that you said that, because I mean, not like our vibe attracts our tribe or anything, but we're a lot of perfectionism. Like we are competitive. We love to push, but we're also stubborn as all get out. Like, let's just put it out there. And I see a lot of the times coaches stopping themselves from getting to that next level just because they're like, nope, I'm not going to do it. I shouldn't have to do it by myself. Or no, like they need to show up for their own things. And it's like, but if you want it, you've got to make it happen. Like you've got to do the things to push them in there. And like, I think that's the hardest thing at the same time. Like there's no balance in this business. You know that. So I think having your passion and your heart here is a great reminder that it all comes down to loving your damn self and showing up. So thank you.
Amen, sister.
Does anybody else have anything else they would like to say or ask Mandie before we let her go with her gracious time? We have a couple new like straight up powerhouse coaches in here. So some of them may be like, what in the actual F is going on? But I will tell you right now, a couple times you're like, I'm sorry if I'm being extra. I was like, oh girl, this ain't nothing. Like I am in here screaming at them every single week. It's usually like, well, what is Kyra gonna yell about us now? So I loved your fire. I appreciate all that you had to say 100%. Does anybody else have anything they want to say before I graciously let her go? Anybody? Nope. Okay. Mandie, literally, I cannot thank you. Oh, someone's pointing downwards. Emily, I cannot hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay. Yes, I can.
So I have a question for you. I'm like baby coach, like emerald coach.
First of all, stop telling yourself that. Okay, go ahead.
What would you tell yourself as like whenever you first started out? Like what's something that you wish you would have told yourself?
First of all, stop telling yourself that. Like you're not a baby. Like the more that you tell yourself you're a baby, the more you're going to feel like a baby, the more you're going to act like a baby. And I don't mean to be harsh, but like I was a baby and I was a big baby and I was a big baby for way too long. And so first and foremost, like, you're in this for a reason. If you want to make this anything in your life, go at it with 100% of your guts and your courage. And it's going to be hard. It's going to feel uncomfortable, but the more uncomfortable it feels, the better that you'll get and the better that it is. You know, like, the more uncomfortable that you are in this business, that means you're doing the right things. The more that you step outside of the comfort zone, and you guys, I say this with such freaking, like, it like brings me back. You guys, and I don't even know if you, Kyrie, you know this, but I used to be severely intimidated by public speaking. Like, I would throw up in a bucket before I would have to do it. And I took public speaking classes because I was a communications major and I couldn't do it. When Danae and I first started dating, I couldn't even FaceTime her because I was that terrified. Like, it was bad. Like, I think I should have went to like therapy for it. And I'm not like that, not even joking around, but I honestly think I needed help. But the thing is I did a little bit at a time that felt like a lot. You know, those things at first are going to feel like you're going freaking leaps and bounds and you just like ran a marathon when you really just took a step forward, you know? And so encourage yourself to take steps every single day that make you uncomfortable. And I say that with like, oh, please do this for yourself. Oh, please, because I don't want you to come back here a year from now and being like, shit, I should have done more, you know? So give yourself the grace to be like, you know what? My ego is going to go in the bucket right there just for 6 months. 6 months, my ego is going to go there because it can't be in my life right now because I'm going to have to put it aside and I need to get super uncomfortable. So do everything you can to get yourself in an uncomfortable place and in a place of growth. Understand that every single failure is a life lesson. Understand that every single failure means you're that step closer. And also understand that there's no such thing as failing in this business unless you quit. My biggest.
Can I get a witness? I feel like we got Rachel Hollis up in here like, amen, Jesus, hallelujah. All the things. Does someone else have a question so we can get more preaching in here? Seriously. Like, all your answers are golden. Like, I feel so incredibly blessed that you were like, yes, I'll do your call because I am so, so thankful for your time, your energy. Energy attracts energy. So I am very thankful that you gave us some of your energy because Lord knows I'm on fire. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I'm power houring right after this. Like, I ain't got no fucking time to play. Ain't got no time to play. I'm going to get shit done. So without further ado, I was going to say, but we're done. Thank you so, so much, Mandie. I'm excited. I'm fired up, clearly. Like, I appreciate you. And literally, I cannot wait to squeeze you at leadership because this is me saying right here, right now. I'm going to fucking be there.
Get there, girlfriend.
Bye, ladies. Have a good night.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you.